Now to the haunted tunnel we told you about just a few minutes ago. The West Price Tunnel was used for decades to take the dead from a hospital to their final resting place. 9 on your side, Scott Wegner went ghost hunting earlier today.
The entrance has been boarded up for years. But workers both past and present of the Dunham Recreation Center aren't so sure that the tunnels that lace the grounds are empty.
I get the heebie-jeebies pretty quick.
I don't know.
No, there's something going on up here, and it don't want to be forgotten.
Ken Rydell worked here for 6 years. Once he and his friends sneaked into these mysterious tunnels to shoot a low-budget horror movie. But he says the creepiness was real.
I'm not supposed to be here, because you'd start hearing things and...
He stepped outside with his still camera after dark.
Snapping away.
This is one of his images from that night.
It kind of looks like one of the nurses.
Did I mention the Dunham Recreation Center used to be a tuberculosis hospital?
There was a lot more death going on up here than anybody wanted to ever talk about.
And the bodies, thousands of them, were brought down here.
The story that I heard was they weren't allowed to bury them, so they had to transport them down here, and then there was more or less like a crematorium or an incinerator down at the other end.
But apparently the ghosts are still pretty active.
Thought she heard footsteps walking down the hallway.
Some weren't walking.
There's a old wheelchair. It just started coming right at us.
But even if employee Robert Bainline doesn't buy it,
Good imagination, maybe.
the time he willingly spends in the tunnel is
As little as possible.
Scott Wegener, 9 on your side, West Price Hill.
I don't know. I'm kind of a believer.